Hey everybody, welcome to another summer prep series. I can't believe we're like halfway through July already. I shouldn't be saying that, right? Sorry that it's a little dark on me today. I did that so that when I flip you over so that we can look at the computer, we'll be able to see the screen a little bit better. Before I jump in to prepping the pixel art activities with you, how cute is this? So I was at Target yesterday and I found these little lights. I'll show you them close in just a second. This is two of them strung up, but they look like little light bulbs and they're just little LEDs. I thought it would be perfect because I don't know about you, but when I'm in the lab, I love to work with the lights off, but there still does need to be a little bit of lighting. These lights seem like they're going to be perfect. So let me show you. They're so cute. Here, let's see which way I want to go. I just had to show them off. So this is two sets strung together. It's not like finalized how I want it set there yet. I just thought that I would share because it's so cute. And I've talked about the keyboard behind me before too, but this is from the Giant Keyboard set. And this is a smaller size. I printed them 2 to a page instead of 1 to a page like it's designed for. And it ends up being about 4 feet long. So it's really great if you have limited space to print them 2 to a page. And that's just in your printer settings. So you can do whatever you want with that. And another thing that I wanted to point out, a couple people I've gotten Facebook messages asking where all of my tech themed t-shirts come from. And they're all in my Zazzle shop. The best part, the reason why I use Zazzle is because you can put a design that I made on anything. So it doesn't have to be the same t-shirt. You can put it on a mouse pad, a coffee cup, whatever you want, or just a different design of t-shirt. Like let's say you need a collared shirt at work, you can put the designs on there. So this one says, technology teachers are iconic. And I have the technology whisperer, the technology teacher tribe, and then some funny ones like one that says just Google it. And they're all in Zazzle, so I can put that link there later. I just wanted to let you know since lots of people had been asking me about it. All right, down to business. What we are talking about today is the pixel art activities that I have, and I have 2 sets of them really. One of them is seasonal design, so I put all 4 seasons in the same file. That is the one that I'm going to show you today. And then I also have a whole line of holiday themed pixel art, and that is a much bigger bundle because there's a ton of holidays instead of just 4 seasons, right? The students love them as the main activity. They're great to leave with a sub. They're perfect for early finishers after you've introduced it and done it as a lesson. If you've got the whole set, you're going to have extras most likely, and it's a great thing to just pop in there. One of the cool things about the way that I do pixel art is that the picture is really just like our medium of creativity, but what we're working on is all of those amazing tech skills. So I'll go through that and chat about it as I show you. But for right now, let me get you flipped over so that you can see my computer screen. It's always a little awkward, the flipping over part and making sure that, yep, it's mirrored. So I got to fix that. It's a good thing they give us all these tools, right? Okay, that should be better. And let me put that toolbar back down. Okay. So, oh my gosh, my Google Drive file is a mess. I'm just going to open up level 1. The first thing that I want to let you know about level 1 is that yes, it takes a super long time to load. So don't be concerned if you've double clicked on it and it takes a while. I'm going to show you how to prep this so that when it's time to use it with your students, it doesn't take a while, but your main original file is the one that will be a little bit slow, but it's because all the stuff there is there. So each of them come with a little bit of directions for you and your students. Level 1 doesn't have the information about copying and pasting because they don't need it, but level 2, 3, and 4 does, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. And then you have the actual design pages. So this is one of the ones from the winter, and this is a little coffee mug, and here are your pixel art pieces. Level 1 has a couple of pieces already placed where they need to go to give the students a little bit of a guide, and it has this grid that you can move or choose to use there. So in a way, it's kind of like you have level 1 and level 1.5 because you can use that grid or not. And the reason that level 1 takes so long to load is that there are stacked snap cubes, whatever you call them, counting cubes, you know what I mean. They're all stacked on top of each other, and there are enough to do the entire design. So level 1 does not require any copying and pasting or keyboard shortcuts or any of that. They are only dragging and dropping. And it's a really great skill to do. So this is a Google Slides file. You can download this as PowerPoint and use it exactly the same way. It intentionally does not snap into place on this grid. This grid is just here for reference, because we want students to have to really work on those precise skills, right? That's the entire point of tech class, is to really work on these skills. So I want to show you the exact same slide in all 4 levels so that you can get an idea. So that is level 1, and it's just drag and drop. It only has the colors that are part of the design, and that grid is optional. Level 2, let me get the same slide up here. Now the grid is off to the side, so the student can choose whether or not they want to put it there. Again, it only has the colors that are here, but they're going to run out of those colors. So level 2 is where we start to need to use the skill of copying and pasting. And there's a couple of slides at the beginning showing how to copy and paste either right-click style or using a keyboard shortcut. So starting level 2, they get that skill. There are beginning pieces here, and there are enough to get them started, but then they will have to copy and paste or duplicate or however you want to teach it. Let me pull this up. This one I've done for you. This is what the final picture looks like. But starting in level 3, we've got pieces that are extras. So level 3 has a few pieces to get them started that are layered on top of each other. It has extra colors, and they will have to copy and paste. Again, the grid is there that they can drag over to be optional, and students can choose whether or not they want to do that. Now let me show you level 4. The final level here, again, has additional colors, but this time there's only one of each. So students will have to copy and paste or duplicate or whatever it is that you're doing. There weren't any guide pieces on level 2, 3, or 4, so the grids are just blank, and the students have to figure out where the pieces go, but that's the whole idea of this challenge, right? So let me show you now that you get the idea of what the 4 different levels are, and why, hopefully by now you're starting to see why this is such a solid activity for these students to work on. So now let's go into getting these ready for your students, because there are, let me go to this one because it's just the easiest one to load, all of these designs, and there's no way students are going to be able to do them all in one sitting. So there's 43 slides here. The seasonal one has 40 different designs. So what I do as my prep, instead of making a copy of this whole giant file in my Google Drive, I start a fresh Google Slides file, and I only copy and paste in the slides that I want to use. So I usually do the 3 that give them the directions again so that they have it, and then I'll copy just the slides that I want. So let me show you what I mean in my giant, if anybody has a great idea for organizing their Google Drive, just in general, let us all know, because I'm sure we can all use help with that. The slide size of these does need to be changed. So if you ever forget what it is, so I'm back in the level 4, and I'm going to File and Page Setup. So you don't have to guess at what size I went with. You can go and look at it yourself. It's 10.5 by 8. So my new one, I need to go to File, Page Setup, Custom, 10.5 by 8. Now it won't stretch and it won't do anything funny, right? Make that guy blank. So I'm going to come back into my level 4, and I want slides 1, 2, 3, and then let's say I think my students are going to have time to do 3 that day. I'm just going to use a keyboard shortcut, Control C, and then come back over here and Control V. It's loading all of these. Like I said, that's the part that takes forever, right? Is loading in each of those snap cube pieces. But then once it does, you're good to go. There we go. Here we are. Level 1, like I said, will take the longest. If you're able, like depending on how long it takes your students, if you're able, just do like 1 slide at a time, maybe 2, just for the sake of moving them over. I can get rid of this extra. So then it's just a matter of my naming protocols. So let's say that this is seasonal level 4, slides 1 through 3. And that 1 through 3 is really the designs. You could write designs 1 through 3 if that's what you wanted. Oh, I forgot to mention, level 4, the grid is only on the first one. So if students want the grid for the other designs, they have to copy and paste it themselves across slides, which is another really great skill because they can't just duplicate it here. They have to actually copy paste. Because I do teach the duplicate for just getting these little guys. Control D gets you another one like that. Does make it simpler. That's the third one down. So what students end up doing, they have to just keep on duplicating and put them where they go. I usually recommend that they use a mix of their trackpad and mouse, and then if they want to get even more precise, that they use the keyboard arrows to kind of get it right where they want it to be. So with that piece, with the copying and pasting it into a new Google Slides file, do you have any questions or want me to run through that piece of it again? So let's say that I was using PowerPoint. I would do all of this prep in my Google Drive and then download it as PowerPoint, just because that's where my files are. If you're more comfortable in PowerPoint, you could certainly download the whole thing as PowerPoint and do exactly the same as what I just showed you. Open a new PowerPoint, go to design, change the size of the slide to make it match this one, and then copy and paste over just the slides that you want. So I do that first, and then let's say you're assigning it in Google Classroom. Once you have this all set, then you can go ahead and add it to your classroom, and you'll want every student to be forced to make their own copy, like how that works. And if you're a website person, or the PowerPoint side of it, and you don't have Google Classroom, right? If you've got your class website, you can put the files on a password protected page of your learning management system, whether that's your class website or Edmodo or Schoology, whatever you're using. So what questions can I still answer? That's how I prep it for each of the levels. And then I just kind of make a note of what ones they haven't done yet. And that's what I would leave for a sub for them to be able to do, or put as early finisher activities to get that all prepped and ready. You can let me know in the comments and I'll still work on answering it, but that is how you do all of these awesome pixel art activities. Let me flip you back over. There we go. Next week for our summer prep series, trying to not be shaky here. I don't know why, but when I get out of talking a lot mode, I end up a little shaky, so I apologize. Because it's the middle of July. Next week, summer prep series thing is going to be Timely Tech, which is full year computer lab activities with monthly themes. So each month has its own. It's great for K through 5. It's really good for anybody using Google Classroom, or if you are using iPads, and so then you can't use my K5Tech.net curriculum. I recommend Timely Tech for anybody in that situation. It's also awesome for anybody using Chromebooks because all of the activities are hosted in Google Slides, which of course you then could download as PowerPoint if that's how you're doing it and share it that way. So they're really versatile. And I will have all of the Timely Texts on sale Sunday through Tuesday. And then Wednesday I will do a prep, because you get all of those K through 5 in the same file. So I'll show you how I break it down and just give the individual grade levels. Well, I do K and 1, 2 and 3, and 4 and 5 together. They all get the same files. So I'll prep that the same way that I did this with you guys next week. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to let you get back to your day. And I hope you all have an awesome week. And I'll see you next Wednesday for another summer prep series. Bye.